time, plenty of time.
Better squeeze in here.
Where's the community at? The community. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Thank you for coming out today, and we're talking about a very important topic for us. We talk about homelessness all the time, but we're talking about a particular group, those who have been advocating for safe ground. They have been the group of people that have put homelessness on the map here in Sacramento. They brought a lot of attention to it, and I'm proud to say that last Thursday we reached an agreement where the advocates of safe ground are willing to be a part of the winter shelter solutions, which is very, very significant. This particular group here have constantly advocated to have a place that they can go on their own. And if you go back to last February, they are the one who brought international attention to our homeless problem here in Sacramento. You had people from Oprah Winfrey Show covering what was happening in Safe Ground. You had folks from all over the country writing stories about what took place. And it's because this group of people here had enough tenacity and determination to continue to advocate when others weren't listening. And as mayor, I've said for far too long, we have swept this topic under the rug. We have not wanted to talk about it. And I think those days are far and gone. We had to challenge this, deal with this challenge head on. So the first thing we did back in February, there were about 100 to 150 people camping out illegally. What we did is we found winter shelter for about 100 folks. Some of those went into the overflow at Cal Expo. Some decided that they didn't want shelter at all. But we had no incident, no arrest whatsoever, and that's back in February. If you fast forward, a few months ago, we had groups of people here that were camping out illegally on private property. And that was not the solution, but they continued to say, look, we wanted to have a voice that was heard. As time went on, we were able to have conversations with them. They said, look, we don't want to be a distraction. We don't want to continue to break the law. We're going to go ahead and find some other place to camp, not do it privately on private property, because we think ultimately if the mayor and the people in the city are willing to listen to their voice, that we can get to a place where there's a solution for the folks that are standing behind me. Last Thursday in a conversation, we had a very candid conversation. They said, look, we want to be in a community. We want to be able to continue to advocate. And wherever we go, we have to make sure there's transportation to take us to and fro. And we have an accord. We have struck a chord on that particular topic where I'm very proud to announce here today. Let me give you a few specifics. Where there'll be a couple of locations where motel vouchers will be able to be used in Sacramento. We are looking to bring this whole group to one place, one location. That was one of their requests. They want to be one community. It's very clear. There's something called extended day. So normally you can get an extended day for 1 week or 1 month, and then you can continue to renew it month by month. How long will they be there? From November to March, through the winter months. That was very important. When? We look at this particular program starting 2 to 3 weeks from now. We want to beat the weather before the conditions change. Yes, right now it's beautiful. The weather is nice. The sun is shining in Sacramento. But over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we need to be able to implement this particular program. What is the cost? We're looking at $40,000 to $50,000. So we were able to do this for a relatively moderate cost. And the way we were able to pay for it is a three-way split between the city, between the private philanthropic community, and nonprofits. Currently, some nonprofits already have hotel vouchers, Sacramento Area Emergency Housing, Salvation Army. So they're going to be able to put those vouchers into play. The number of people that we want to be able to serve are 20 to 25 people. The last thing I want to say on this is, I think most of you know that we continue forward with our task force to look toward a permanent safe ground solution for this group. What they were able to do over the weekend is say, look, we want to be a part of the winter shelter solutions. We're going to fold into those efforts, which are very important. But the task force that's looking at safe ground will continue to go forward and hopefully present a proposal in March or April on what a safe ground would look like in our community. Again, this is a huge breakthrough. I can't thank the group of people behind me enough for their tenacity, for their willingness to advocate for their cause, but for their willingness to be part of a collaborative effort, for their willingness to find solutions and work together and not be a distraction. So today is really a win-win for all of us. I'd like to bring up one of the hugest and most respected people in the homeless community, John. You guys all know John Krantz. He's an elder statesman in the community. He's a part of every effort that I've done since I've been mayor, and I can't be any better person to better advocate on behalf of the homeless